Hello, greetings for the day. I am Niranjan Kumar, Application Engineer in Logical Solutions. Today I am going to shower light on the topic of collision detection. Previously, I have discussed about interference detection. Here we are going to discuss about collision detection. If you have not seen the previous video about interference check, you please go through it. Link is provided in the description below. Initially, both are same. That is, the collision detection and as well as the interference check are both same. In both the cases, two components of an assembly try to occupy the same space or else they enter into each other's space. But the difference is that interference check is done between static components, means both the components should be stationary, whereas here in collision detection the same interference is checked during dynamic motion. Components are not stationary. So in this way, collision detection is also termed as dynamic collision detection. What is collision detection? Collision detection analyzes the selected components in the assembly during dynamic assembly motion, alerting you when faces clash or collide. How to detect collision? You can see the property manager in the right side. We have option called stop collision and collision detection options, and whenever the two components collide with each other, it generates a sound. Let's dive into the software for a better understanding. We have a flashlight here. We are going to check the collision between the two components, that is head and as well as swivel. Collision detection option is provided in General Assembly Command Manager. That is, if we go through move components, click move component here. In move component, in the property manager left side, we have an option called collision detection. Click it. In the below, there are all components. You can check collision for all the components or some specified components. I want to check only for specified two components. That is, I click these components and here is a space provided. I'll be selecting either from the tree or as well as the graphics window, swivel and head both. And here there is an option called stop at collision. If we check this, whenever these two head and swivel collides, it stops and it gives a sound. Click resume drag and move this head. Now you can clearly see it is colliding here. Due to the sharp edge of this head, it is colliding a curved surface in the swivel. This is first interference point. If we go in this direction also, same here. If you see, due to this sharpness, it is colliding here. So interference point 1 and interference point 2. At 2 points it is colliding and it is stopping the movement. So now in this way we can know where it is colliding. We'll tick it. And how to solve this? How to reduce collision? After collision detection, the finishing dimensions can be adjusted so that the movement of the component undergoing collision is increased. That means we are giving more flexibility for the movement. Here, due to this sharp edge, the collision is happening. I'll open this head separately, and here are the sharp edges. I'll convert it into fillets. Fillet. There are 4 edges here. I'll give 1 mm dia. Click OK. Now the sharp edges are converted into fillets. I'll get back to the assembly. I'll reboot yes. Now the same options. Move component, collision detection, these components, and I'll check the same thing, this head and as well as swivel, resume drag. Now the scenario has been changed. Here also it is colliding, but if you see previously, it's been better. Now you can see here, there are two interferences points. Changes observed at start and end point of interference. Interference 1, interference 2. At the initially at the interference point 1, with the sharp edges, the movement was like this. And now with the filleted edges, the movement is increased. This is interference 1, and this interference point 2. Initially it was like this, and now it is increased. You can see the comparison between the left side one and the right side figures. In many cases, collision must be avoided completely. An undecided collision can go unnoticed and potentially result in product failure. So collision detection is a very important criteria. This is all about collision detection. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. Thank you.